Well, I'll turn it over to you. Good morning and good afternoon, folks. It's Mike Wingrove here, Vice President of Partner Sales for Sage in North America. Some of you may have been on the other webcast we had today for the channel, so it seems like it's webcast day here at Sage. This morning we're going to, this afternoon, we're going to spend some time talking about our new releases for CRM that are coming out. As I mentioned on the call earlier today, CRM is one of those very big growth areas for us. We've seen some tremendous uptake in our integrated CRM work with Sage in the Sage 100 world with 30% growth last year in that place. Our CRM business grew by 18%. So there's some great and exciting things going on in the world of CRM with Sage. And a part of that is what we're doing around the product and some of the exciting things happening in the area of the cloud and our cloud solutions. So today we're going to kick that off. I have Dan Wayne on the phone. Dan is one of our product specialists for the Sage CRM solution, who's going to take us through the upcoming release for Sage, the Sage Cloud product, and share some exciting stuff that's happening in that area. Dan, over to you.
Okay, thanks so much, Mike, and good afternoon, everybody on the call. As Mike mentioned, I'm Dan Wayne. I'm one of our CRM product specialists here at Sage, and today I'm really excited actually to introduce you all to the newest release of our Cloud CRM product, which is version 7.2 R2. And we're also going to talk about the product roadmap today for Sage CRM on-premise, which is version 7.3. So just as a quick housekeeping item, I'm going to save some time at the end of this session to answer any questions. So please feel free to write anything you have in the WebEx Q&A. Towards the end of the session, we'll get to those questions and maybe open up the lines so we can answer those firsthand. The first thing I just want to point out today is that we've really been investing heavily in the CRM team here, and we put a charge behind the product from an R&D perspective. So for 2015, we've merged our two mobility product specialists, who are Sean Taylor and Karen Foreman, with the two CRM specialists here, which is myself and a guy named Bill Levake. So we now have a team of 4 people focused on CRM and mobile sales and mobile service. So we're all specifically involved with sales enablement for the channel, with product development recommendations, and also gaining customer and partner feedback. So please feel free to share any CRM-related questions with me throughout the year. Feel free to email us or give us a call. If everyone would put their phones on mute, that'd be great. I'm just getting a little bit of conversation in the background. So today, you're going to get a glimpse of the latest release of Sage CRM Cloud. And this release really includes a makeover for the user interface. It is going to give you easier navigation in the product and different search features that will allow you to access information in fewer clicks. I also want to take a look at the year ahead with product roadmap plans and what you can expect in 2015, as well as some of the different resources that are available to you to sell more effectively. So just looking at the screen here, in about 1 week, we're going to begin upgrading current customers on the Cloud R2 version, and you can expect the on-premise standalone version of CRM to be available in Q1 of 2015. So the integrated CRM on-premise release is actually slated for later in 2015, so we'll definitely keep you apprised of that release date as it comes closer. So we'll also talk about some different channel plans and activities that have been going on and other product marketing initiatives that are going to happen throughout the year that have happened in the past. All right, so just looking at market opportunity for CRM, you've probably seen this in prior webcasts. We love this slide, but it's worth reinforcing that there's a huge opportunity in the market for CRM and how that opportunity actually compares to ERP. So the CRM market is really growing at double-digit rates. As you can see on the left side of your screen, it's growing at about a 12.5% clip compared with 2.2% for ERP products year over year. And we know that the industry and the market for CRM is growing more rapidly than ERP, and due to this growth rate, it's actually going to catch up with ERP in terms of total market this year in 2015. So if you look at the image on the right, you can see that CRM is actually going to be a bigger spend than ERP and even Office suites that are out there. So you can see Gartner did a survey there that shows, what IT is spending money on, and 25% of the respondents said CRM, again, which is over ERP and other Office suites. Finally, when you look at different software investment priorities, CRM is really the highest software application investment priority worldwide. So within 2 years, we see this being about a $37 billion market opportunity. So it's definitely out there, and we think this is a high priority item for Sage. It's also worth mentioning that Sage is the third largest ERP company in the world. We've got over 6 million customers. So there's a huge opportunity to sell deals into both the Sage customer base as well as a standalone product to new prospects. And CRM can be sold as both an on-premise product and as a cloud product. So there's certainly a huge desire in the marketplace to extend ERP into CRM. And what we know is that when you have more Sage products, you have a higher satisfaction rate with us and a higher staying power with Sage. So whether it's going out and getting certified on the solution if you're not certified today, or partnering with a veteran reseller if you're not certified, we know that our competition, as you see here in this pie chart, SAP and Oracle, are leading with CRM oftentimes. So it's important that this is a solution that's not just an extension of ERP, although many people evaluating this solution want the two solutions to connect. So think about leading with CRM as well. And as Mike mentioned, we had a pretty good year last year. So looking at the revenue numbers, you can see we've had some nice growth spots. We've seen about a 16% increase in our cloud CRM sales year over year. Our Sage 100 cross-sell into the install base has seen really a huge growth of 32%. And year over year as a whole, we're up 18%, which was 12% above our budget. So it's it was a good year for us, but we think we can do better. We think that there's more opportunity out there. Additionally, we've really enabled the channel. We've begun doing these different how to sell Sage CRM sessions, where we had about 150 partners across the nation, North America, attend these 12 different sessions on how to sell the product. Additionally, Rob Lawson, who's our technical guru, has put on these CRM technical boot camps, really getting into the nitty-gritty of CRM and how to implement CRM effectively. So we know we want to increase market share significantly with Sage CRM Cloud. And what we're finding is that business conversations are becoming increasingly more about this option. We're seeing a lot of folks interested in the cloud-based solution as well as on-premise. One of the research periodicals, Information Week, actually reports that deployment preferences have switched to the cloud. They find that about 87% of deployment preferences are actually for cloud-based products, compared to 85% of those preferences being on-premise back in 2008. So it's a huge change, and it's a huge shift in preference over a short period of time. So in order to be competitive, listening to your customer is key, and luckily you've got either option with both Sage CRM on-premise or the cloud version of the software. Other research suggests that by 2015, so just around the corner, more than 70% of new sales application projects will be SaaS-based solutions. And finally, the cloud is going to represent over 50% of all new CRM applications in 2015. So if you're not selling a cloud CRM product today, that could cost you a lot of leads. It could cost you over 50% of your potential sales if you're not reticent with this in general, or if you don't offer a cloud-based solution. So to meet these growing demands, one of the things that Sage is doing is we're extending our Sage Data Cloud option to link on-premise ERP systems to cloud CRM. So at Sage Summit this year, we actually demonstrated a proof of concept for this, which we've actually gotten approved for development and production. So later next year, what you'll begin to see is a rollout of this Sage Data Cloud for Sage CRM cloud-based version, connecting that CRM to ERP products. And what we hope to do and accomplish with this is to expand on that in the months ahead for Sage 50 products, Sage 100, Sage 300, and other ERP solutions that we currently offer to really connect those on-premise ERPs with a cloud-based CRM, which again is 50% of all sales for 2015. So there's a huge opportunity there for cloud-based CRM. So what I'm going to do today is actually review the changes to the UI and the navigation that have been introduced to Sage CRM. I want to highlight some of the major changes to the layout of the solution, the buttons, the styling of the software, and more. This interface has really received positive feedback from our existing customers and also new customers. Really, it's like what we like to say, a reimagined user experience. It's an entirely new and intuitive navigation, but it holds a lot of the merits of the old CRM product that we like so much additionally. So there's new navigation, it's a fresh new look, and we've got additional new features such as new dashboards, a drop-down menu that has changed, a different getting started page for new users who are entering and accessing the tool. We've made it a more colorful, modernized type of software. So let's actually take a look at some of these changes, and then we'll talk about on-premise releases for next year. And just so you guys know, we've been communicating this to both our partners and resellers as well as to customers who are currently on Sage CRM Cloud. You can see we sent out emails to customers on October 30th and November 6th. A final notification will go out, I guess that's tomorrow or in 2 days, to notify customers that they're going to be upgraded. And we've also been holding customer webcasts. So I did the first one on the 30th, and then my colleague did one on the 13th of this month. And you'll see that customers are going to be automatically upgraded on the 22nd. So we've got some different resources associated with this release. You'll have the ability to access these highlighted links once we send you this, this presentation after we're done today. All right, so this is the new UI for Sage CRM Cloud, and to help new users become familiar with this new user interface and the different navigation changes, we've introduced a quick tour when you first log into the software. So this tour remains on screen until the user switches it off manually in their preferences. It's just a good way to look at 2 to 3 minute videos on, completing different tasks within the solution. You kind of have this today in CRM, but we've really updated this and the way it looks and some of the different videos that you can access to relate more to this version of the software. You'll notice the biggest changes to the software are really the menu placement. So we're all used to the menu being on the left-hand side of the screen as users and implementers of CRM. This is really a total navigation redesign. As CRM users, it's easier to access your dashboard. It's easier to access companies and your different entities across the top of your screen. And we found that this has been a positive change when we've asked customer feedback. We've also included a profile area in the software, and this was done to really personalize your experience within the CRM product. So from this icon, you can navigate to the administration section of the tool. You can also look at your system preferences and toggle between your own profile, as you see here, and also Team CRM. So you can get into other people's CRM data if you have those administrative rights. So administration is no longer on the left-hand side of the screen next to main menu. It's now under your profile. And then, of course, you can log off from this profile as well. So search-wise, I think this is one of the coolest features that's been introduced to the tool. It's what we would call an intelligent search box, and really the idea is you can type a word into the search window here, and the results will yield different companies, people, or cases, different entities that you're trying to search for based on your search criteria. So it makes it easier to find hot items within your CRM. I could come up here and literally type in the letters GA, and it would pull up all of my entities that have those letters and fit that search criteria in it. Additionally, we've also provided you with a quick access toolbar. This is a place that you can store favorites, you can look at recently accessed records, and you can open up your on-screen notifications from this area. Not only is finding and searching for records easier in this product, but creating companies and creating leads and people and all of your other records is now accessible from this one-click star using this button here. All right, so let's go back to the profile section. You'll notice I'm logged in as a sales user named Philip Murray. Since Philip has certain rights in the system, he actually has the ability to see other people's data, other users' data, by switching to either John or Susan, his sales reps. So let's just say that Philip is a sales manager and one of his reps is out of the office. He needs to access their information. He can select that arrow there and click on Susan's name. He's now looking at Susan's data within the CRM. So you have that ability to toggle through different users and see their information within the product. If I hit that X button next to her name, that takes me back to my CRM. And if I'm looking for a high-level team view in the software, I can really easily switch to Team CRM mode, which will show me all of my leads and opportunities and the calendar for everyone on my team. So as I click that team button, I now have an icon that shows me a team image there, just letting me know that I'm in that section of the software. Okay, moving through the profile section a little bit more, you'll notice that preferences and administration and log off are now stored in this profile. You know, we really wanted to make this the place in the software to go for all of your admin needs, whether it's editing your own profile or preferences or looking at some other user's data. Digging into my profile preferences, you'll notice the ability to upload a picture of yourself. And again, that goes back to that personalization of CRM. So I think it's just helpful to better understand what data you're looking at in the software. I can also change things from the preferences section, such as my date preferences or what screen I want to look at when I log into the software here. So you can see here I'm logged into getting started. If I'm a little bit more of an advanced user, I don't need to see those entry videos anymore. I could change that to a dashboard or my calendar or my set of opportunities. So in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you'll notice I'm highlighting the search window there. And I think that this is one of the most important time-saving functions in R2. It's a canvassing search or an intelligent search of the system. What I can do, as I mentioned earlier, is type in 2 or more letters in my search window at the top of the screen, and it's going to yield any of those entities that fit the bill. So in this case, again, I've typed in GA, and what pops up is a case. You can see a navigation problem, a company, Gatecom, as well as a person, Gareth McDonald. So all of those entities fit those 2 characteristics, those 2 letters, GA. So it just makes it so much easier to navigate to the area you're trying to go in Sage CRM by using key letters or keywords. I created a custom entity the other day. I pretended I was a forklift sales company, so I created forklifts as an equipment entity, and I typed in the letters FO, and it pulled up all of my forklifts that were available to search. So it's just another example of how this would work. There's also a more advanced search in the software. So this would allow you to search through specific entities such as leads or companies or people. Using this, it's only going to search through saved records that relate to those entities. So it's just more of a granular type of search. If you're only looking for companies, you'd use this. I'm now highlighting logical search. So this is the third option that you have in R2. It's more like building a query with parameters set around that. I gave the example in the customer webinar. If I wanted to see my companies in California in a specific zip code that started with a certain letter and have been a customer for over 5 years, I'd really want to use this logical search. It's just a way to set parameters and create lists. If you ever get lost in Sage CRM, you click on the Sage CRM button, and that's going to take you to your home page. Once again, I want to highlight the change in the navigation. So your main area tabs are located at the top of the screen now. We felt it was a more modern type of experience, and this is really where you're going to be accessing the majority of your information within CRM. So the main functionality of the tool is still going to be very familiar to you. It's just the way you access your data has improved. And I want to just highlight the fact that when you click on companies or people or any of your other entities now, the information is going to be your companies and your people, so there's no querying to get to your specific work area. You also have this More tab. This is where your additional entities are held. So you can see here I have some other options here, such as my marketing or my reports that I want to create. I simply access that from that More tab, which is holding other secondary entities as well as main entities. So just looking at the dashboards piece of the software, out of the box, we've really revamped the look and the feel of the sales charts and sales funnels. I like to joke, and we have kind of an inside joke at Sage, that it used to look like a Lincoln log when you're looking at your sales pipeline. We've changed our fusion charts, so they're really much nicer graphs and images on the screen. I'm also highlighting a dashboard called Sales Manager Dashboard. We've created two new out-of-the-box dashboards that come with the software. So Sales Manager is one, and Sales Director is the other dashboard that include brand new baked-in reports that you can use in addition to the other dashboards that come with the software. As you look at leads in the software, we've also released a set of new metrics that a salesperson or a sales manager would want to quickly view when reviewing new potential coming in the door, new opportunities or new potential opportunities. As you can see, we want each of your sales users to understand how much incoming lead flow they're getting and the average time that leads stay open and different metrics that any salesperson would want to see. And again, this follows that new funnel graphic, and the same is true for opportunities as well. So as I kind of look at opportunities, your metrics will show some of your key indicators about the health of your sales funnel, such as total forecast, as you can see here. And we've really just highlighted this section to make it easier to read. And just as a salesperson, I would want to see this compared to the old version of the software. You can also toggle between a bar chart or a funnel chart here. So if I prefer having a bar chart, that's definitely a possibility. So you'll notice as part of all of these pipeline changes with leads and opportunities, cases also have a brand new look to them. We've boxed your customer service issues in the blocks so that you can see the progression of specific cases and their statuses. And I think this change just helps you discern your case pipeline from your opportunities and your leads a little bit better. I'm highlighting a lead status here, so I'm just highlighting the box of investigating stage or investigating status that I'm looking at. So I see my two cases that are assigned to me. It's really the same as it used to be in terms of functionality. Again, it's just easier to understand that this is really a customer service or customer support type of graph or pipeline as opposed to a sales opportunity. So we're looking at a sample company called GateCom. You guys are all probably familiar with this company from the sample data that you get in CRM. You'll see that the company summary screen and some of those sub-tabs that you're used to seeing in the gray beneath the title of the company haven't really changed. It's really, again, just the layout and the white space that's a lot cleaner and neater. Additionally, as I'm highlighting in the upper right-hand section of the screen here, you can review this quick access toolbar from any page in the system. So it allows you to really quickly review information that are important to you. Let's say GateCom was a company that was a favorite of mine, or a company that I'm working with oftentimes on recurring deals, I now have the opportunity in the software to favorite this company. So you see this gold star that's highlighted here next to the GateCom name. You'll see that now in your favorites list. So you have the ability to favorite people, to favorite opportunities, to favorite companies or other entities. We thought that this was a nice addition so that you can find important pieces of data that you're working on throughout your week. The next box I'm highlighting is a quick create option. This allows you to quickly add data into the CRM. So again, it's persistent throughout the entire system. So even if you're in the admin section of CRM, you can quickly create a record from here. Any custom entities would also be available to create from this button. So if you're using the Sage CRM Builder functionality, you could create that new forklift or that new piece of equipment or whatever it might be that you're trying to add into the software. You'll also notice that the UI is a lot flatter and more modern looking in general. We've introduced some splashes of color throughout the software application. One of the places we've added that color is to the entity icons. So all of these entities have new icons that are color-coded from a broader palette of colors, if you will. And in addition to this flatter look, we've also introduced a new page title area just designed to give users an overview of where they are in the system. So to the right of the screen, underneath the previously mentioned favorite icon and action icon, or quick create icon, excuse me, you have action buttons. So this used to be on the right-hand side of the screen, kind of in the lower right-hand portion. This has now been ported across the top of the screen, and this is where your workflow is going to be. So any of your action items, such as editing or deleting records, or progressing an opportunity through a stage, is now going to be located in this block kind of towards the upper portion of your screen. So all action items are going to be listed here. I don't have any workflow listed on this company right now, obviously, but your workflow would be listed under More, and you'd have the ability to progress a lead to an opportunity or whatever workflow entity you're in. So in addition to kind of completing a flow-through process, let's say you're editing a company record or you're saving information in the tool, that main action button is going to be highlighted. So here it's highlighted in green. So it's kind of like a call to action to the user to know that they have to save this record. That's most likely what they're trying to do, right? One of the last things I want to share with you is the new look of the admin area in the software. We've made it easier for administrator users to navigate through this area by introducing a flatter menu. It's also an accordion style menu, so instead of having to drill down to find the area I want to navigate to, I can just open up this menu, this accordion as we're calling it, directly from that link that I'm looking to open up. Additionally, any page that I visit in the administration area, again, will remain persistent even if I navigate away. So if you're an administrator performing customizations, for instance, on a company screen, you can use the recent list, so I'm highlighting here, to navigate to your company screen and check the changes to make sure that those changes have been completed correctly. So now I'm looking at Eurolandia. I'm making sure that maybe my field edit has been completed or my screen edit has been customized to my liking. And now I can go back to admin and get back right into where I was working before. I also want to call out that this version of Sage CRM is really the first step towards this program being a fully responsive type of application. All of the navigation areas that you see and all the entities created with Sage CRM's Builder function are going to be fully responsive in this system. So we're looking at an event entity that we've created using Sage CRM Builder here. This is going to be accessible from an iPad. So things like, the company summary screen or the person summary screen, as I'm looking at here, they react really nicely to tablet-sized devices. So you have a really nice user experience on a tablet. And this experience will improve over time, I think, as all of our entity types are moved under this new template. So we're definitely becoming a more mobile-friendly type of atmosphere for your customers and clients. So I hope that gave you a good glimpse at the new Cloud UI. There's also some additional things that we've added in. I guess you'll have to see those for yourself once we upgrade this tool in 4 days. Again, November 23rd will be the first day that our customers go live on this R2 version of Cloud CRM. I now want to kind of shift gears a little bit and move on to the on-premise side of things and give you a quick summary of some planned changes that are coming pretty soon. Q1 of 2015 is when these are scheduled for standalone on-premise CRM. So you can expect in the first 3 months of 2015 that a lot of what you just saw and some additional things are going to become available in the on-premise world. So for most of you, you're selling on-premise CRM, and really what we wanted to do was continue releasing updates and improvements in this product. So we're still investing really heavily in on-premise, and we believe that your customers are going to be really happy to see these new features that are specific to this 7.3 release. We think it really brings the tool and brings us up to speed on the next kind of level in terms of look and feel of the product, mobility and marketing capabilities, and really just touching upon different areas that our customer base has asked us to provide and that our partner feedback has recommended to us. So this upcoming release is really it's a result of collaboration with internal colleagues as well as the channel, you guys, and our customers. So it's channel feedback mixed with market research and competitive research that's enabled us to design a solution that's optimized for the needs of small business and medium-sized business. We think that this release is going to offer customers better insights for sales and marketing, increased reporting tools, and just a great experience overall, whether it be on a desktop or a mobile solution or a tablet, whatever it might be. So you can see here it's a slick new interface, a cleaner navigation menu, new icons in the software along with colors and styles and fonts and headers. So just some different bullet points on the modernization of the software. So what we're doing right now is we're looking at an iPad view. This is an optional top-level navigation view that you'd have in the software. Using the right-hand side of the new menu, your customers can quickly access their recent list, their notifications, and some of the different preferences that we talked about earlier. You will notice it's a little bit different than the cloud version of the software. So I just do want to point that out real quickly, is that this new UI, while it looks very similar to Sage CRM Cloud, it's on a different code base. So not all the changes are going to be the same. So we'll keep you apprised again of what those changes are, but just understand there's going to be some differences within the two products. Below this top level navigation, you can see that you've got your subheaders or subtabs as we're used to seeing, but it's really kind of the same feel of the product. It's just modernized to a much better degree. We've also optimized the UI for desktop and mobile experiences so that when your customers are in CRM performing tasks, they can do this on a wider range of devices than ever before. So we're really introducing a facelift to the mobile theme. What we're going to be doing is rolling out kind of a one theme fits all, is what I like to say, into our mobile, so that it's really the same whether you're on an Android or an iPhone or an iPad or a Windows 8 tablet. we're basically rebranding our mobile into one theme, and we're calling that Sage CRM Mobile for on-premise customers. And I have Owen Shanley from Dublin on this call who can tell you a little bit more about this optimized UI for mobile later on in the call. So if you have questions about this, I'll let Owen speak to that. Additionally, we're also updating our iPhone app with new enhancements. So this is giving you the ability to, for instance, display custom fields for people and opportunities. We've introduced a new metadata screen to the iPhone app. We've also improved the calendaring layout. So by giving you the ability to add an appointment or a task for a person, we think we've improved the calendar, and we think we've really made it just a better look and feel overall by giving you more of a day-by-day view, more of a journal type of view in your calendar. You also asked for better email marketing. So different choices for email marketing that integrate out of the box with Sage CRM. So I think one of the biggest improvements we're making is we're delivering a brand new integration with MailChimp that is really aimed at accelerating sales success out of the box and marketing success out of the box. So we're delighted, quite frankly, to have this option now. It gives customers more choice to meet their growing email marketing demands and needs. And the reason we picked MailChimp is, it's one of the top email marketing platforms out there for SMBs. They've got over 7 million customers worldwide. It's a big market that they have. And with Sage 7.3, we're going to have targeted integration with MailChimp that we think is going to meet the needs of those companies. Okay, so using this integration, customers are going to be able to do some specific things like push their Sage CRM contacts into MailChimp and create targeted email campaigns by selecting from templates within MailChimp and then sending those templates out to a targeted list. There's other things associated with this integration that will become more apparent as we get closer to the release, but I think the fact of the matter is we just wanted a more flexible product in terms of the pricing model with e-marketing. So we're going to continue to provide the Swift page integration in parallel to MailChimp so that your customers or with the help of our partners, customers can choose the solution that really best suits their needs. One of the nice things about this MailChimp integration is that they have like a free pricing model. So if you're a small company and you only need to send a limited amount of emails, you have the ability to do that for free. So you can send, I think it's 12,000 emails to maybe 2,000 contacts per month for free. So you've now got an option if you're a really small business and you have a need for CRM and e-marketing, but you're not trying to spend a boatload of money on integrating a Sales Fusion or Swift page or some other option. We're also introducing a prepackaged service suite into 7.3, and this is called our Business Accelerator suite. This is going to include a few things. It's pre-configured stuff. So as you can see here on the screen, there's a range of alerts and notifications that we're including. These would be notifications that pop up on your screen. So for instance, if I want to be notified on quota reporting or on pipeline updates or when a large opportunity is expected to close, you now have an option to notify team members or sales managers when a large deal is won or when a deal is expected to come in. So there's these different notifications and alerts that will be available out of the box in the software. Another one that I think was in there was if a salesperson was giving a discount to a customer that was too big, or if a deal had been lost that was over a certain size, you can turn on these notifications that would notify certain administrator users or certain sales managers. We've also included out-of-the-box workflows for your sales teams. There's two different workflows that we're including. One is for simple sales cycles. One is for more complex sales cycles. Just an example, of that workflow that we've created is a cross-sell rule, so that an opportunity would be created for some of your other products once a deal has been closed by the customer, or once a deal is being negotiated in that opportunity. So it's opening up new opportunities for that salesperson immediately once they've closed out the current opportunity that they're working on. A lot of times customers have sales teams that are selling multiple types of products that complement each other. So I think that's really the thought behind that process. We've also got new sales dashboards with new fusion charts and key performance indicators. One of the cool things we're introducing is a leaderboard. So sales teams can stay competitive and understand where other team members fit on that leaderboard. And the ability to PDF quotes and orders with just a one-click kind of button for quick follow-up, as opposed to exporting to Word and some of the other ways that you're doing it today. So that's just kind of a quick overview of this new suite that's being introduced. I do want to touch on the product roadmap very briefly, just to look at the year behind us and also what's ahead. We've really split this out into OnPrem CRM, Cloud CRM, and then also our integration efforts, just to give you an idea of what's been accomplished this year. So I'm not going to run through all of this, but you can see the on-premise version of the software. We had different patches coming out, different improvements in quality with Sage CRM 7.1 and 7.2. In terms of the cloud side, we introduced Sage CRM Builder, so you can create custom entities within the software, as well as in-product browser support and browser agnostic functionalities that you can be on an Internet Explorer or Firefox and access the software. Coming up for cloud, you can see obviously the R2 release is coming up. And then integration-wise, we are introducing a connector piece for X3 to actually integrate with Sage CRM. So we'll touch on that in just a few minutes, but just wanted to make you aware of what went down this past year, as well as what's upcoming. So here's the path for 2015. Winter into Q1 of 2015, 7.3 is going to be released. So there's basically what we just reviewed. And then in spring of 2014 for cloud, we've got that data cloud integration coming your way. So again, that's connecting your Sage ERP on-premise product with Sage CRM Cloud and pulling in data using a piece of middleware so that the cloud version of CRM can get a lot of that good back office accounting data in the CRM, which really is not available today. Additionally, for integration pieces, you can see that Sage 300 and Sage 100 ERP are going to be upgraded to, well, let me reverse that. Sage CRM 7.3 that connects to Sage 300 on-premise and Sage 100 on-premise will connect using the newest release, the 7.3 release, in the spring of 2014. That's when it's scheduled. So just be prepared for some changes and a new look and feel to the software. We've got a lot of nice things coming up, and I think we had some nice improvements in 2014. And then this slide, I just wanted to point out if there's some new partners on the call. Sage 100 and Sage 300 integrate today with Sage CRM, and we always look for ways to improve those connections. So, I think in the future we'll see some added functionality with Sage 100 ERP eventually, and maybe more. All right, so another important integration that's being rolled out this year is X3 and Sage CRM. This really just provides an opportunity, I think, to extend the value prop of Sage ERP, as well as provide this customer base, this bigger customer base, the ability to use Sage CRM and connect into Sage CRM. So as you can see here, not only is this connector going to connect to Sage CRM, but we're also allowing it to connect into Salesforce.com and Sugar as well. So any of your X3 customers can utilize this integration piece that we're OEMing later this year. So we're preparing to release this towards the end of the year. I don't have all the details on this, quite frankly, so stay tuned for more info on this. I think you'll be getting some notification of what's going down with this pretty soon. All right, finally, let's just talk about our go-to-market plan and the resources that are available to you. As I mentioned, we're making CRM a priority, and I think we're making some good progress just building awareness with the product. Here's just an overview list of what marketing and product marketing is doing with Sage CRM, to address prospects and to address our customers and to inform you. You can see we've got things like pay-per-click campaigns. We're developing our Sage CRM website with a new look and feel. And, we're creating ongoing cross-sell campaigns to our ERP base. So these ongoing email campaigns that go out and any newsletter articles are really just designed to help create Sage CRM awareness with those ERP customers that you have, and also try to turn up some leads within that current install base. I think the biggest development in product marketing that's been going on is making our CRM messaging specific for industries and verticals. So we're creating campaigns that take an industry-specific approach. We kind of started this with the construction industry in the fourth quarter of 2014 of Sage's fiscal year. Diane Haynes, who's our VP of product marketing, has a rich history in the construction vertical, so she's got a lot of materials out there, and we've got a lot of things related to the construction side on Sage Sell. And next up, what we're going to test out is a distribution campaign in the second quarter of this year. So we're trying to plan new campaigns and make these assets available to you so that you can use these in your own marketing efforts and sales efforts as well. So of course there's always the communications and activities we do to support product launches as well, like today. And we've also got new feature information that we communicate to our customers. So it's really about building awareness and just supporting further developments on our website and trying to create leads for partners. That's really what I focus on, is generating revenue and trying to generate pipeline for our business partners. So that's a good entry into the prospecting side of how Sage can help with your prospecting efforts. We're looking for any partners who are interested in actually doing private webcasts with their customers. So we have a team of product specialists here at Sage who specialize in certain products, CRM and mobility, as I mentioned earlier, which is myself, Bill Levake, Karen Foreman, and Sean Taylor. We've also got a Sage Inventory Advisor, product specialist, and others as well for Sage Intelligence. So, it's really just a four-step thing. We want to establish a webcast date in collaboration with you guys and one of the product specialists. All you have to do is contact one of us, and we can get this set up. So we would work with you to email out an invitation to your customer base, kind of create this private webcast feel, and co-host a webcast with you. And I've done this many a time for different partners. So it's been a relatively good prospecting application, I think. All right, so just finishing up, channel resources that are available to you. I'm not going to go through all these, but you can see some of the different guides and pricing information and other resources that are available. This will be in the packet that you get after the presentation, so feel free to click on the links, check out Sage Sell for anything that you need. We generally post everything to Sage Sell that we think partners would want to have information on. So please do check out the Sage Sell site throughout the coming months and throughout the year. We also included this map for you, so you can take this back with you, print it out. These are your different product specialists at Sage. You can see we have different parts of the country So I'm in blue, Karen is in dark green, etc. This is just very helpful if you're looking for, if you're looking for help in any of these products, if you're looking for prospecting help and just driving sales. Michael, Mark, Tom, myself, and the rest of us are there for these products. And here's all of our emails. Just to wrap up, I think we've got some great new releases. I think the CRM product is looking really improved. I think we've modernized the solution, if you will. And I think we've provided small to mid-sized business with a compelling reason to make, CRM Cloud or CRM on-premise an optimal choice as they're evaluating CRM. So I want to kind of take this to the next step and go to Q&A. I don't know if you can open up the lines, Nicole, but that'd be great, and we can answer any questions that you might have.
Okay, the line should be open now. You want to send your questions via chat or live on the line?
The one question out that I was just looking on chat. This is Mike Wingrove, folks. There was a question about the partner boot camp, the global partner boot camp. Right now, that the hold the date on that is the week of February the 15th. My understanding is that is happening, but we'll get confirmation out to everyone shortly. But I know I've already received a hold the date for the week of February the 15th if you're looking at some longer term planning. So that was one of the questions. Another question was around the integration of Sage CRM Online or the cloud product with our on-premise. And as we talked about, that is going to be done via the Sage Data Cloud. That integration will happen through that. The target for that, it's moved beyond POC or proof of concept to the target date for getting that thing released and so forth is going to be in our Q3, which is kind of that April through June timeframe. I say that as I have revenue in the plan to start selling it at that time. So we're looking for that target for having that product GA.
And Mike, I'll add to that real quickly. That Sage Data Cloud is intended to be an out-of-the-box type of integration. So if your customers are evaluating Sage CRM, that's going to be a huge selling point, is having that ability to link up Sage CRM Cloud with an on-premise ERP. I know just from taking calls and talking to customers all the time, I got a lot of Sage 50 customers, a lot of Sage 100 customers, and more that are looking for a cloud CRM. And when they ask what the integration looks like with their ERP product, I kind of have to tell them about our roadmap. And I think that's going to excite a lot of these customers that are looking for that integration once they can see that, yeah, they can have an ERP on-premise and also connect that to a cloud CRM.
Excellent. Any other questions on the line that anyone has out there? Obviously, there's a lot of good things happening within the world of CRM, both in terms of our support of the product in North America and the resources that we're putting on to assist everybody on the phone from a sales perspective. With the 4 product specialists, with our sales engineers, we're here to help you guys. If there's opportunities that you guys can plug us in on to help you sell, please do that. Some of the partners that folks were on the earlier call, some of the partners that are getting recognized there for doing large transactions and so forth, and some of those integrated with Sage 100 have really taken advantage of leveraging us to help them close those deals. And we are more than happy to work with you guys in doing that. And if you're looking to ramp up on CRM, very, very happy to help you in any of those areas.
Okay,
I just posted a quick question. Real quick, any plans to enhance the calendar functionality within CRM to go to more like an Outlook style? That's something that a lot of the mobile users and tablet users are looking for, a more functional calendar.
Sure. Hi, this is Owen from the Sage CRM office in Dublin. Yeah, absolutely. The calendar is something that we want to overhaul, and we are in the process of modernizing the entire product. Pretty much every bit of functionality will be reviewed and rewritten if needs be, and the calendar, it will be very close to the top of our list.
Excellent. Thanks, Alan.
No worries. And there'll be a nicer calendar in the iPhone and Android apps that will be released as well.
Okay, guys. Well, feel free to follow up with myself or any of my colleagues and counterparts if you have questions that come up in the next few months. And if you need any help with prospecting or driving revenue, that's kind of what we're here to do. Appreciate the time today, and we'll talk to you soon.